pedal driving. It's kind of cool. Woohoo! Welcome to Sports and Touring, and today I am at Go Electric with Ford. I am actually going to get to drive the Mustang Mach-E, but sadly, you read the title correctly, I cancelled my order. And I'm going to update you on exactly why. But first, let's go and take a look around and jump in the car and see if, after driving it, I think I've maybe made a mistake. Now today they don't just have the Mach-E here, they've actually got several versions of their hybrid Cougar, plus their custom transit van. Now the car I'm here to see today is actually this, the Mustang Mach-E, and they have several versions of the car here today, the rear-wheel drive as well as the all-wheel drive in both standard and extended range. And if you've been following the channel for a while, you'll know that I actually pre-ordered one of these on the day they were released. But something we didn't expect happened last year, and that had a profound impact on all of our lives. The company that I have lost about 30% of its revenue. I wasn't sure if we'd have any revenue within a few weeks or months of the initial lockdown, and what work I did have was no longer on site with my clients. It was now entirely from home, so I had no need to commute anywhere. And the main reason for having this particular car was always going to be really for commuting for me, but with no reason to commute and actually a lot of uncertainty about my income, I just had to cancel the order. That's all I could do. Now some of you might be thinking, yeah, but hang on, you went and bought a super rare Audi R8. Actually, after a couple of months, things started to turn around and actually business was quite good. And that's when we spotted this super rare R8 in exactly the spec I want. So I was in a position to buy it because I had some spare cash, having cancelled a certain order, and there we go. But now that I have an opportunity to drive it, will I regret that choice? Let's jump in the car and find out. So here we are in the all-wheel drive extended range. I want to start out in whisper mode with the one pedal drive. I've not actually driven a one pedal drive system before. In fact, I've never driven an all-electric car before. This is my first. So let's hit the road and see what I think of the car. Right, so we've got a little dial here, put it into drive. Probably don't need to do this, but I'm going to manually take it off anyway. It's in whisper mode. I'm going to just creep out of here in the one pedal drive mode, and let's get out of here. Yeah, I didn't need to actually put the brakes on. Alright, got one pedal drive, got to remember that. Yeah, it takes a little bit of getting used to. The fact that you're lifting off and it feels like it's applying the brakes, because obviously it's using the regen to slow the car down. So you have to change your driving style just a little bit. You know, you ease off of the accelerator, it starts to slow it down progressively, and then, you know, you completely come off and it brings it to a stop. Now, of course, if you needed to do an emergency stop, you'd still need to hit the foot brake. But yeah, one pedal mode, you just, here you go. You just change your style. It's like you want to go a little bit slower, you lift it off a little bit, and then when you want to start to slow down, you get to the top of the pedal, and then when you want to stop completely, you come off it completely. Easy. It's actually really intuitive. So for a car enthusiast like me, will I enjoy this car? Now, I've been in a few SUVs, and as much as they're pretty advanced for the modern era in terms of how they feel in handling, I like my car to feel a bit sporty, to have confidence when I'm going through a corner, and some SUVs can feel a little bit wallowy. Now, I can already tell just from how firm the suspension is on this, that this is unlikely to be like that. In whisper mode, the steering's just very light and comfortable and easy to work with. You don't really feel an awful lot going through, although you do actually feel that slight sort of pull, like of the, you know, of the drive, you know, of the electric motors as it's sort of pulling it forward. And you do get actually a little bit of feedback, which is kind of cool. So let's go into active mode, and I really do appreciate that. Yeah, I like this one pedal driving. It's kind of cool. use this if they're used to a sort of luxury SUV that they like sort of trundling around in, but I really like a sporty, more responsive handling. And when you've got a firmer suspension setup, you tend to get that. This, compared to both my other cars, is soft, trust me. But compared to a typical car, it's actually pretty firm. I feel like I've got the hang of this one pedal operation out. The cabin is a really nice place to be. I love the whole sound bar idea. It's like, you know, it's like being at home when you've got the sort of B&O sound bar. The materials here are soft and comfortable. This is really comfortable. I could just imagine sort of sitting back and just cruising on the motorway in it. Stuck in traffic? Wow, if I was commuting again and I get stuck in traffic, I can't imagine it being all that much easier than this, other than the car literally taking over and driving for yourself. Yeah, and it's got, like, you know, you want to get out of the roundabout, it's got enough grunt for you to be able to do that. You know, you get here, cruise along 40 miles an hour, nice and easy. Now, the weight of the steering in Untamed is noticeably heavier in a good way. I like this. I can imagine myself actually just rinsing the battery dry in Untamed mode a lot of the time. And now we've got a little bit of a fun road. Let's see how much we can enjoy this. Oh, braking's really good. Yeah, it's got a decent amount of grunt. I think for me personally, I think I'd really want to test drive the GT. Just coming out of my other two cars, which if you've been following the channel, you'll know what they are. For me, I just want a little bit more grunt. Now, some might say that this shouldn't wear the Mustang badge, but they should remember that the Mustang 2-litre EcoBoost is not really that different in performance to this. It's not until you go to the GT that you start to see the 0 to 60 times of around 4.3 in the Mustang Coupe. Is the price comparable? Well, this will be a little bit more expensive, of course. But then you've got to take into account the fact that, well, it's an EV. You're going to have a lower cost per mile over the course of the ownership of the car if you hold on to it for long enough. And these have got an 8-year warranty on the battery, so, you know, Ford has actually put their money where their mouth is in that regard. Right, so let's see if we can enjoy this car a little bit. Yeah, I mean, even just on this little turn here, you do feel the weight of the car somewhat in the braking, but again, that one pedal operation, very intuitive. Right, here we go. Get a little bit of lean on the car a little bit. Woohoo! Bit of understeer there. It is a heavy car, you can feel the weight of it, but it's fun. It's fun, it handles well. Had a little bit of a squirm there and kept it under control. Yeah, it's fun. I mean, look, I've got a smile on my face. Yeah, you know I'm a car nut and I like driving, and driving's my thing, is what I enjoy doing the most. But not in every car. Not in every car. But in this car, yeah, I like it. Right, can we pull past? Yeah, we dropped that little bag. It's not bad, you know, commuting to and from work, this is more than adequate. I think I've just been spoiled that I kind of want a little bit more performance, so GT would probably be the one for me. So in a way, that might be another good reason why I didn't follow through on this car. But even the GT, to have a place on my driveway, I'll need to have a purpose for it, and at the moment I just don't. And all I can say is, because I ordered a limited first edition, whoever ended up getting that car, well done, and hopefully by me giving up that car, you're going to get to enjoy it instead. So that's the end of my driving experience in the Mustang Mach-E. Did I make a mistake in cancelling the order? Well, as I explained, my circumstances have changed quite a lot, and I just don't have a need for a car that I need to use on a daily basis. Everything I need is in walking distance, and all of my driving is essentially just for pleasure. Either way, I hope you found today interesting, and at least I've given you an update as to why a Mach-E won't be coming to the channel anytime soon. And I want to say thank you to everyone who's been supporting the channel, who's actually put us in a position to actually be on this media day and get to drive the car. So if you enjoyed today's update, then please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and hit that bell icon. Choose notifications on all videos so that you don't miss the next one. And of course, hopefully I'll see you next time on Sports and Touring.